Hello friends, good morning from Changu Lake and welcome to the Eager Explorer channel.
The 7th episode of my bike trip to Sikkim is here. We set out from Gangtok pretty early, and after collecting the permits for Old Silk Route, we started on our way to Changu Lake. The condition of the road to Changu Lake is excellent, and it can rival any mountain road anywhere in the country. As we continued riding on this road, we started gaining altitude and encountered alpine forests, which soon gave way to high altitude shrubbery with a few trees distributed across the landscape. As we kept riding, we reached above the clouds and were rewarded with a spectacular view of Mount Kanchenjunga, the third highest peak in the world, on the western horizon. After a truly spectacular ride in every sense of the word, we finally reached our first destination, Changu Lake or Tsongmo Lake.
So it is right now it is 9:40 a.m. We just reached Changu. We left Gangtok shortly after 7:30. After we got our permits, we arranged our permits with an agent. So and he did all the paperwork and gave us our permits early in the morning. I'll create a separate video on how to create the permit and the contact of the agent and so on and so on. So that will come later. So right now we are at Changu Lake or Tsongmo Lake. It's a very holy lake for Tibetan Buddhists, and it's also a very beautiful lake. So from here we'll go to Nathula Pass, which is the highest pass or one of the highest passes in eastern India. So I'll see you there. So right now we are at the lakeside cafeteria, which is located at an altitude of 12,400 feet. You can get food and drinks here. Right now we ordered some momo. We are going to eat the momo. And here is the cable car station. So they have created a new cable car here. You can ride it from there. And you have also yaks here in case you want to ride them or take photos on top of them. So these are all the arrangements around the lake.
After spending a little bit of time wandering around the lake, we treated ourselves to a delicious breakfast of hot chicken momo at the lakeside cafeteria run by Sikkim Tourism. After that, we continued on our way to Nathula Pass. On the way, we came across a point that offered a spectacular bird's eye view of the Changu Lake below. So we stopped here for a bit to enjoy the beautiful scenery. After the quick stop, we continued on our way to Nathula Pass. Nathula Pass is located at an altitude of over 14,000 feet, and this was the only place in our entire trip where we encountered snow. But fate had a very poor experience in store for us.
We are currently at Nathula Pass. It took us more than an hour because some VIPs arrived unluckily as we came. So this is the Ganju Lama War Memorial. This is a memorial of the 1962 Sino-Indian War. So if you have time, then you can take some time. See this. I don't have time, unfortunately, so we'll just leave from here, and we have to go quite far today. And the VIPs at Nathula Pass, wasted a lot of our time. So what can we do?
After a quick stop at the Ganju Lama Sino-Indian War Memorial, we continued on our way to our next stop, the new Baba Mandir. We thought that our troubles were behind us, but unfortunately, we couldn't be more wrong.
So that is new Baba Mandir. People who come from Gangtok, this shrine has been purposely built for tourists from Gangtok to pay respect to Baba Harbhajan Singh. We'll also go to the old Baba Mandir. So I'll tell you a story about him when we get there. They didn't even let us stop there today because of those same VIPs. So they are the only people who matter. We don't matter, apparently. So I couldn't show you the place very well. So sorry for that.
So we had to skip the new Baba Mandir as we were not allowed to park there because of the presence of some VIPs. Instead, we continued on to our next stop, which was Kupup. The first place that we visited was the Kupup Golf Course, apparently the highest golf course in the world.
So this is apparently the highest golf course in the world, 13,025 feet above sea level, and it seems to have been certified by Guinness. So I'm not going to go inside, but I guess if this is something worth seeing in Kupup.
The Kupup Golf Course, also known as the Yak Golf Course, is indeed certified by Guinness as the highest golf course in the world. It is over 5.5 kilometers long and is part of an Indian Army base. After visiting this wonderful place, we continued on our way to our next stop, the Hathi Pokhari or Kupup Lake.
So this is Hathi Pokhari or Elephant Lake. It is also called Kupup Lake sometimes. So if you watch carefully, you can see towards the end, far away, there is the water body takes the shape of an elephant's trunk. That's why it is called Elephant Lake. So this is another point of interest near Kupup. As you can see, mountains all around. So right now we are having some hot coffee at Kupup. It's a cold day. It has become cloudy, so a hot cup of coffee is really welcome.
After enjoying the piping hot cup of coffee, we said our goodbyes to the Kupup Lake and continued our journey towards the old Baba Mandir. Beyond Kupup Lake, the roads were unfortunately under construction and our progress slowed to a crawl. To make matters even worse, clouds started rolling in and reduced the visibility to almost zero. After quite a harrowing ride, we finally reached the old Baba Mandir.
This is the old Baba Mandir. So this is the original bunker which was repurposed to pay homage to Sepoy Harbhajan Singh, who died here sometime in the 1960s. So I'll tell you the detailed story later once we get to Phadamchen. But so this was the original place built in his honor. Okay, and the new Baba Mandir was built much later actually.
After the brief break at Old Baba Mandir, we continued on to our next stop, Nathang Valley. The road conditions were still quite bad and our progress was very slow. So instead of going into Nathang Valley, we just decided to take a look from the main road.
So this is Nathang Valley. There are many homestays here in that village that you can see over there. If you don't have any history of breathing problem or anything like that, then you can actually stay here. But it is not recommended for senior citizens, and anyone with chronic breathing difficulties.
After Nathang Valley, the road condition improved slightly and we started descending quite rapidly towards the famous Thambi viewpoint on the old Silk Route. The weather was progressively becoming worse and we were really worried that we would not be able to reach our homestay in Phadamchen before the heavens opened up or darkness fell.
So this is the famous zigzag road of old Silk Route. So we have to take these roads down all the way to Phadamchen. So I don't think it will be possible to record any more videos. So I will talk to you next time directly from Phadamchen.
We did not make any further stops and continued our ride directly to Phadamchen. The visibility along this zigzag road was so low at some points that I couldn't even see my console. Fortunately, everything went quite well and we safely reached Phadamchen shortly before sunset. We were too tired to vlog after reaching Phadamchen, so instead, let me take this time to tell you the story of Baba Harbhajan Singh while you enjoy the beautiful vistas of the old Silk Route. Baba Harbhajan Singh was a sepoy in the Punjab regiment of the Indian Army. He was martyred in 1968 at the young age of 22 when he fell into a nala while escorting a mule column from Tukula to Dongchuila. It is said that as the army was having difficulty locating his body, he appeared in the dream of one of his fellow soldiers and directed him to the exact spot where his mortal remains were found. This event transformed him into a legendary figure whose monumental presence is still felt by the soldiers who are posted in this harsh terrain. The Indian Army Jawans erected the old Baba Mandir in his honor near the place where his mortal remains were found. After that, he was awarded Mahavir Chakra and promoted to honorary captain as a mark of respect. Every year, thousands of people from all over India visit this shrine to pray for Baba's blessings. That's all I have for this episode, friends. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon to stay notified of future uploads. I will see you next time when we journey from Phadamchen to Kolakham, which is in West Bengal. Until then, goodbye.